What's going on, everybody? Project Rod here, and it's time for the All-Star Challenge here in Steel Titans 2. Right off the bat, we have Team Crazy Jammers, led by Driftboy912 and El Toro Loco, along with April Summers in Gravedigger, Alex Stevens in Northern Nightmare, Brian the Dog Webb in Soldier Fortune, Angel Garcia and Earthshaker, and the Camera 9785 and Mohawk Warrior. Then we have Team Thunderstorm, led by Brandon Thunder and Megalodon, followed with Daniel Murray in Bakugan Dragonoid, MMJ Producer in Doomsday Arcanine 59 and Son of a Digger Cecily 96 in Alien Invasion, and Matt Johnson, our special guest, in Max D. Now let's go ahead and get started with qualifying here in the All-Star Challenge. We are in Las Vegas, the venue of World Finals 1. We're back again for the All-Star Challenge, and right off the bat, we're going to have Gravedigger and April Summers leading us off in qualifying to see what the racing bracket is going to be like. Again, there's going to be points for every single competition, just like before, except this time we're going to have the two teams facing against each other, and the team with the most points at the end is the winner of the All-Star Challenge. So, Gravedigger and April Summers leading things off again for Team Crazy Jammers, and really a veteran here in the Steel Titans 2 League, and coming for the last turn, or coming towards the last turn, and that's going to be it for her first attempt as we wait for her time to come in, and her first time is 25.59 seconds. So, that is the time to beat as of now. 11 more trucks to go, but she has one more opportunity to get a faster time. She's on the opposite side now. I would say this is the green lane. So she's in the green lane now. Let's see if she can get a better time again. She is a well-known veteran here in this series. In all 3 seasons, was in the Stadium Series in 1 and 2, in seasons 1 and 2, and decided to go down to the Arena Series for season 3 in Gravedigger. She was Monster with Dalmatian in season 1 and 2. And she really killed it, unfortunately, just barely losing just by a little bit. They're not really losing, but getting second place. Of course, Alex Stevens, 27, took that top spot in Northern Nightmare, and 27-25 for her second attempt. Unfortunately, she did face a 3-second penalty. If not, it would have been 24-25, and that would have been her fastest time. But her first original time is the time to beat. And here comes Daniel Daniel the Fireball Murray in Bakugan Dragonoid, recently joining the series here in season 3, and man, he came out and showed out and really just showed everybody what he had, what he was capable of. And I mean, he made a name for himself, and he's here in the All-Star Challenge on Team Thunderstorm, and he's going to finish off his first attempt here in the yellow lane. And some trouble as he's hitting that obstacle, that jump kind of awkwardly, and setting him up and over, but back on all fours, and his first time is 25.70, so not enough to beat Gravedigger, but good enough for second place at the moment. We have 10 more trucks to go, but one more attempt at least in the green lane, and let's see if he can get a better time. Again, Daniel, he just really came out of nowhere. Again, his first season was season 3, and he really put on a show. And in World Finals, he almost got the high jump championship, just barely lost it to April Summers and Gravedigger. So aside from that, he held the lead for quite some time, and unfortunately, it was in San Diego where he lost the lead, and that's where the meme, if you will, comes from for Daniel San Diego Murray. But finishing off his second attempt, almost the same result as last time, slamming the brakes though right before the backflip container there, and 24.88. So we have a new leader in qualifying, and that top spot belongs to Bakugan Dragonoid and Daniel the Fireball Murray at the moment. Here comes Northern Nightmare and Alex Stevens, 27, your World Finals 1 racing champion, and he won it here in this very venue, in this very track. He got his first ever World Finals championship. He is your back-to-back Stadium Series champion, both in season 1 and 2. Unfortunately, in season 3, he wasn't able to come out with another one. That ended up going to Brandon Thunder in Megalodon, but he did deserve it though, because he put on a hell of a season and just got it at the very last second during World Finals. So Northern Nightmare and Alex Stevens, 27, coming to the end of his first attempt, and a 26.29 for Northern Nightmare. Not enough to take the lead. Good enough for third. He's going to go ahead and get ready in the green lane. Let's see what he has in store for us now. Again, back-to-back Stadium Series champion, and I mean, he's just an incredible driver all the way around. Again, he got a World Finals championship here in this very track in racing. It was against Alien Invasion and Cecily 96, who was the Arena Series Season 1 champion. And he just, I think it was by a decent amount. It wasn't the closest race, but it wasn't that that separated either. So, I mean, he really put on a show that day and got that. And I think he was close to freestyle too, but that ended up going to Max D and Ethan Waters. And finishing off his second attempt, he's rolling over. And on his side, is he going to be able to save it? Yes, in Northern Nightmare fashion. That is honestly one of the best ways for him to save the truck, and his signature way to save the truck, 28.30. Unfortunately for the second one, did have a 3-second penalty, though it wouldn't have been enough to take the lead. Here comes Doomsday and MMJ Producer, another driver that came out of nowhere for Season 3. And really, I mean, he surprised a lot of us. Unfortunately, got, I believe it was 4th place in the overall leaderboards for the Arena Series in Season 3. However, came to the last chance qualifier in World Finals 3, and he beat Ice Cream Man and Nick Morkey's an amazing racer and driver, knocked him out and got an invitation to World Finals 3. He put on quite a show. Unfortunately, didn't come out with any hardware, but still put on a great show and put his name out on the map. And here we go, finishing his first time. It's going to be 25.20 for Doomsday. Not enough to take that top spot, going on the green lane now. And again, MMJ Producer and Doomsday, an amazing freestyler, mind you. He had three freestyle wins in the Arena Series Season 3. The very first stop we had, and then I believe the midway point, the third stop, and then the final stop, though controversial. He did get that freestyle win in the end. So an amazing freestyler through and through, and now he's here to show us his racing capabilities. He did show us an LCQ, so I mean, he's a racer. He's capable of doing it. So let's see if he can beat that time. Here we go. Nice clean jump, it seems like. Nice clean attempt. And we're waiting for the final time, and a 24.97. So in the 24-second range, but unfortunately not enough to take the top spot. But it'll still give Team Thunderstorm a good amount of points in the end. Here comes Soldier Fortune and Brian the Dog Webb. And I believe he was on his second season, originally joined us in Season 2 of the Stadium Series back then when he was driving Bakugan Dragonoid in Season 2, and he was a great competitor as well. No stranger to the series, no stranger to the channel, but that was his first season, and he came out on top with an amazing World Finals Freestyle Championship back in World Finals 2, and it was well-deserved. It was an amazing run. And here we go, looking for his time, and a 26.15 for Soldier Fortune and Brian the Dog Webb, so not enough to take that top spot. But, again, as all the others, has an opportunity here in the green lane. So, here we go. Let's see if he can beat that top spot and take it away from Bakugan Dragonoid, his previous truck. Going for the first turn now here pretty cleanly. And again, in Bakugan Dragonoid, I was surprised that he wasn't going to go for him. In the, oh no, in some trouble here. Is he going to be able to save it? Yes, he's going to be able to save it and continue the run, although I'm sure that it's really going to affect his time in the end. So he may not get that top spot, but a great save here in qualifying. And able to finish the run, no problem. And so let's go ahead and see what his time is going to be again, as I predicted, 27.02 for Brian the Dog Webb and Soldier Fortune. Here comes Arcanine 59 in Son of a Digger. He was in Season 1 and Season 2 of the Arena Series. And, I mean, he was a great driver, had a lot of potential, and unfortunately did not join us in Season 3. However, he came close in both Seasons 1 and 2. Unfortunately, just couldn't pull through, couldn't get that last bit to take a win, or at least move on to the Stadium Series and World Finals. But he's here now in the All-Star Challenge, showing us what he's capable of. And let's see what his first time is going to be. I thought he was going to have some trouble coming off of the jump there, but no, he's good to go. Getting a nice little hop off the end as he gets ready in the green lane. And 24.87 for Son of a Digger. And Arcanine 59 showing us what he's capable of. And he took that top spot away from Bakugan Dragonoid. It's a teammate, so it's fine. All the points go towards the team. At the end of the day, that's what it is. If one of your teammates beats you, it's okay, because at the end of the day, it's all about beating the other team. So, good thing for Arcanine and Team Thunderstorm as a whole. And right there, that's going to mess up his run. Unfortunately, that will be a penalty, and I think he's just going to go ahead and call it there. He did get that top spot in the yellow lane, so he's good to go. He's going to get a DNF for that one, but doesn't matter. He is your current leader and currently the time to beat. Here comes Earthshaker and Angel Garcia, another truck and driver that joined us in Season 3. He was in the qualifier. I almost forget about the qualifier, really, back in Season 3 in the beginning, to see who would go to the Stadium Series and who would go to the Arena Series, and he was one of the ones to get that spot into the Stadium Series and had a pretty good season so far, had a lot of high jump wins, and really one of the ones predicted to win the World Finals 3 high jump championship. Unfortunately, that did go to Gravedigger and April Summers, but however, Earthshaker and Angel Garcia did put on quite a show and really just came out and was an all-out great driver all the way around, and 25.37 for his first attempt, so not too bad, pretty close to everybody else. Not enough to take that top spot, but still pretty average compared to the other competitors. Now let's go ahead and get ready here in the green lane, and he's off. Seeing if he can take that spot, and I don't recall him being much of a racer. He did almost get racing championship, actually. In World Finals 3, came close to getting it, but that did go to Captain's Curse. And Crazy Monster Jam fan, unfortunately, he was not able to join us for the All-Star Championship, but hopefully we can see him in future competitions yet to come. So, finishing off his second attempt, looks like a clean run so far, so let's see if he can get Team Crazy Jammers a leg up in the total point count. And 26.35 for his second attempt, so not going to be enough to take that top spot. Here comes Cecily96 in Alien Invasion, another veteran of this series. Has been with us since Season 1, back when she was in the Arena Series and took that Arena Series championship for the first time ever. And then came to World Finals 1 on this exact track, just like Northern Nightmare. Almost got the racing championship, just lost it barely to Northern Nightmare, but she did come out with a Skills World Finals championship. So she is a very well decorated driver. Was pretty good in Season 2 for the Stadium Series. Season 3, she did kind of lack a little bit and kind of fell off some, but hey, I mean, we're all entitled to you know, an off time every now and then. 24.97 for Alien Invasion, so nothing to scoff at. Unfortunately, not the top spot. However, Team Thunderstorm looks to be leading in at least in the top spots, and that's good because that means they'll get the most amount of points at the end and get an early lead going on to the rest of the competition. Now in the green lane, already coming to the first turn. See if she can get that top spot away from Arcanine, and if not, it's fine. She still has a good spot towards the top. That'll give her and her team a good lead in the end. So, coming to the final turn here, and this should be a nice, clean ending to her second attempt as some of the body parts come off, and she is good. Just a little bit of cosmetic damage. Here we go, 25.32 for Cecily96, excuse me. Not going to be enough to take it away, but still putting her in a good position. Here comes Mohawk Warrior and the Cameron, 97.85. Let's see what he has in store for us. He was in Mohawk Warrior back in Season 2. And honestly, he had a good season. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad season for him. He really came out and did what he could do. And unfortunately, was just a few points shy of staying in Season 3, or at least moving down to the Arena Series. He was just behind El Toro Loco and Driftboy 912. But in World Finals, he was one of the top competitors in terms of final point count. So, don't count him out. And just like that, as I said, don't count him out. 24.54 for Mohawk Warrior and the Cameron, 97.85. So, a lightning fast time for Mohawk Warrior. And this is exactly what Team Crazy Jammers needed, because they are not really doing too well in qualifying, at least for the top spots. It's kind of going more towards Team Thunderstorm. So, a great outing for Mohawk Warrior, and this is going to help his team out tremendously. Now let's see what his second time can be here in the green lane. Regardless, he still has that top spot and only has to hold out, for a few more competitors. So let's see what his second time is going to be as we wait. And 25.90, so not the best. However, still holding on to that top spot, so a pretty good outcome for the Cameron, 97.85 and Mohawk Warrior. Here comes Max D and Matt Johnson, of course, Ethan Waters was the original pilot of Max D. Again, he was a veteran of this competition in Seasons 1 and 3, got the Freestyle Championship in World Finals 1, and got racing and skills in World Finals 3, so a 3-time World Finals champion, Ethan Waters, but unfortunately he wasn't able to make it out for the All-Star Challenge. However, Matt Johnson, a great friend of mine, was able to hop in and take over for him. And just a quick reminder, too, as we take a look at his time really quick, 29.39, unfortunately, for Matt Johnson and Max D. Got a couple of penalties there, if I'm not mistaken. or at least one penalty there. So starting off at the green lane now, let's see what he has in store for us here for the second attempt. Hopefully a cleaner attempt and a better time. But Matt Johnson, again, a good friend of mine and the owner and front runner, really, of the Heavy Metal Monsters League. So be sure to check him out and show him some love. Let's see what he has in store for us here in the second attempt. I'm not sure if he got a penalty. I'm trying to recall what I just saw. He may have gotten one. I don't know. Hopefully not, but let's see as we come to the final turn. Doesn't look like he did. I'm trying to look at old tire marks there, and he's finishing off his second attempt. Let's see what his time is going to be, and 27.20 for Max D and Matt Johnson. So not the best time, but it's not a problem because his team is still holding on to those top spots in the overall leaderboards. Here comes El Toro Loco and Drift Boy 912, your Season 3 Arena Series champion and your World Finals 2 High Jump champion and your team captain for Team Crazy Jammers. Let's see if he can get a good time here and hopefully get one of those top spots and help his team out. Again, he is the team captain. He was the one to select every single one of his members, and he has faith in every single one of them, but he does have to come out and do his part as well as team captain. Let's see what his first time is going to be. Nice, clean attempt in the yellow lane as we wait for the time. He's going to go and get set up in the red lane, and 27.20 for El Toro Loco and Drift Boy 912, so a little rusty, no worries. Let's see what he can get here in the green lane. Waiting for the green light, and he is off. So let's see if he can get a better time this time around. Again, another veteran of the series has been with us since Season 1 and El Toro Loco in every single season. And he's hung on quite a bit in the Stadium Series. There was a tough competition in the Stadium Series, so he did come out with a few skills competition wins. That was really his specialty. And in Season 3, got sent down to the Arena Series, and I mean, he dominated in the Arena Series. It was between him and April Summers, quite a rivalry there, and El Toro Loco was the one that came out on top. So let's see what his second time is going to be in a 27.90. So pretty average with his first time, but not enough to take that top spot. So the final truck is up on the line, and it's Megalodon and Brandon Thunder, the team captain to Team Thunderstorm. Let's see if this team captain can come out on top and take that spot away, that top spot away from Mohawk Warrior in the Camera 9785. Again, if he can get this top spot, it'll put Team Thunderstorm in a very, very great spot in the overall point leaderboards. Going a bit wide there. Hopefully that doesn't affect him too bad as he's coming to the final turn. Can he do it without a penalty? And so far it looks like he will. So he's going to finish it pretty cleanly. Now we wait and see what the time is going to be. And 25.94 for Megalodon. Not a bad time, but not enough to take the lead. So he has one more shot, one more opportunity to take that top spot away from Team Crazy Jammers. Can he do it? Here we go. In the green lane, Megalodon and Brandon Thunder, captain of Team Thunderstorm, coming to the first turn now. Pretty good turn right off the bat. And a clean jump. Now he has just 2 more turns to go, and hopefully he can get a better time to take that top spot away. Here we go. Can he finish his last turn cleanly? He is, but a little bit of a wide turn. It's all going to come down to the final time. Can he do it? And some trouble at the end of his run, but able to save it no problem for Megalodon. And it's going to be 26.37 for Megalodon and Brandon Thunder. It's not going to be enough. That means Mohawk Warrior in the Camera 9785 is your fastest qualifier. And this is the racing bracket going in to racing. As you can see, 3 out of the 4 buy runs in round 2 belong to Team Thunderstorm, so that is a great outcome for them. And there you go, 34 points for Team Crazy Jammers and 44 points for Team Thunderstorm. So the next competition is going to be the high jump competition, and Team Crazy Jammers has a lot to make up for. So we will see you on high jump. Thank you so much for watching.